Okay. Alright, let's get started. Let me see if I can do the scene transition and it work. There it is. Okay. Alright, maybe I should move me a little over. There we go. That's good enough. Well, I should fix my avatar and make the background translucent or transparent. Okay, so just hanging out, opening some packs of the new set, and then doing a draft, I think. And if I open enough Fairy Masterminds and see doubles, maybe some Rogues and Explorer. Because I like Rogues. I was playing Rogues the last night or so I really like it. And I can't play the Rona deck on Explorer, so that one's already out, since Retraction Helix and Jace aren't on Explorer yet, or on Arena to be legal in Explorer. So that deck is not able to be tested yet. Reroll daily reward. Which one? I guess the white-red one. Rogues can't complete it, so... Alright, at least I can do that one. So, let's... What is this? Where's my mail? I already read that. Did that. What is this? Ooh, packs! And... basics. Alright, well that's not bad. Alright, let's do some packs. Let's just do some regular ones. Should I save the golden ones or do the golden ones first? Oh, reroll any, so this way I can get a 751. Yeah, I'm really bad at min-maxing that. Alright, so... Oh, cool. The good card from Monogram. And the overhyped fairy. Everyone's so excited about Halo Forager, but I'm not really into it. Freebies, yeah. Everybody wants to put Halo Forager in all sorts of decks and like splash a color or something. Or something of that effect. There's people talking about putting it in Yawgmoth, so this way they can cast their own Crashing Footfalls because they're all in perpetual cope that they can win the matchup without, and play some sort of Silver Bullet. But I'm not really into it. I don't think two of your own Rhinos is really that great, considering they can just tap one down and kill you anyway because they're better at clocking than you are. Because Yawgmoth is all 1 and 2 power creatures, and Rhinos is all 3 and 4 power creatures. So, I don't know. Halo Forager's just not doing it for me. I think it'd be more interesting to be Rhino's extra copies of Footfalls if they can somehow, like, move their list into featuring more black so they can be a Greek deck. Ooh, Eudora. I really like this card. Ooh, and Pylon. I was playing Pylon last night in Yawgmoth. It was pretty good. I only cast it once. I wish I could have cast it more times, but I just like didn't draw it often enough. It was really good though. I got to empty my hand and then use the 4 creatures that I played that turn to immediately convoke and cast it. And I really like Eudora. This is going to be my commander, so... Someone just gave me their copy of the new art one. I just really like it because it's really cool. Let's play. Ooh, rare wild card. That's pretty good. And a Zada Hedron Grinder. I really like this guy too, Notorious. I want to build him next once I finally finish Eudora. Oh, goody, Aluris that I can't play anymore. If I'm going to open this, I wish I could at least open it in draft. But unfortunately, not legal anywhere. I still want a copy in paper, just for my collection. What else do we got here? I like this invasion as well. I think the backside's actually like not awful, and the front side, making a treasure and just looting, is really good. Just especially that early. 5 defense is a lot though. Oh yeah, I have to pick up copies of this in paper too, so this way I can show and tell it in Sorin. Fortunately I have the Sorins, and I'll be able to pick the dinosaurs probably easily. Ooh, the bad Rona. Perfect. This card's cool. I always forget that it was 5 mana. I swore when it got previewed it was 4. I think I'm just misremembering though, because there was so much going on. Ooh, another rare wild card. This card seems fine. I was reading it today, and I didn't realize how much damage and life gain it could do just from activating. And it gets to do it every turn cycle, so I think that might be... I think it might be good. The backside I saw on a Mythic Spoiler was sitting next to Greasefang, like as a related card. I thought that was kind of interesting. Didn't really expect it, but it really does, like... The backside really does kind of do a Greasefang impression. Maybe Greasefang wants an extra copy, considering it can just sit there and sacrifice random stuff. Like, maybe you can sacrifice a chariot that you play, and then flip the Ayara and return a chariot. I'm not sure. But the front side is, like, not terrible. The back side is, like, just strange. Definitely sounds a little bit like Cope, that maybe it's playable. This card's really weird. I don't really have too much to say about it, other than the effect is really unique. Invasion of Kaldheim. Exile your hand and then you can play it. You can play your hand until your next turn, draw that many cards. This... I have no idea what to do with this. It's like another weird version of a Flicker Wisp that they print every other set now. The Grimgrin's really cool, especially with the new art and frame. This is probably just as good in this limited format as it was in Innistrad. Original Innistrad. I think this card might be good. Drowna and Linvala. It just like doesn't have a good shell. The abilities are good, and just the Linvala ability being in Pioneer now is pretty nice. It also just randomly has the subtype Vampire. And because it's an Angel, I don't think it dies to Power Word kill, so it's like weirdly hard to kill in Pioneer. I'm not sure. And Black-White is also like a pretty good Vampire color, considering you also get Edgar Charmed Rune. But they occupy the same mana, like, slot in your deck for mana value. So I'm not sure how good it is. Ooh, and a new Lutri. Another one that's a little difficult to build around, at least in these formats. In Vintage and Modern stuff, not as difficult. What do we got? Oh, the Archangel Elspeth. I like her voice line. That's pretty cool. I just like the card. It's like pretty nice as a callback to Knight Errant. In the second ability being a form of jump, the plus ability being a form of just make a guy. And the -X is kind of like, it's almost like the Indestructible mode, or the Indestructible emblem, in that it just brings everything back. It's definitely a lot more specific in what deck it goes into, but it seems like it might be kind of like brought up to speed, off like close enough. What else we got? This card's like kind of interesting. I'm not sure what it's supposed to do, but just a 1-mana 1/3 that actually transforms into something that can do something meaningful, I think is pretty good. This probably shows up at some point in Standard. Alright, so we opened another copy of this. This is pretty cool. It's one of those like weird rewards you to do more legendary stuff. The other text, like outside of finding legends, is like already pretty good. And it has like it's not fully Hellbent, it's like a little less than Hellbent, and you get Vigilance and Haste. And it's always a creature, unlike the original Amonkhet Gods, where they like, or not that they weren't creatures, but they couldn't participate in combat. This one always gets to participate in combat, but never becomes indestructible, so who knows. 5 mana is a lot, but the effect is also pretty good. 5 power Vigilance Haste creature is pretty good. Leaning that hard into red, though, makes it pretty difficult to splash in the Esper Legends decks, which might be doing the legendary aggro thing a little better. This card is, like... I've seen people like talking about this card and that it's really good, because it just digs so deep and always finds 2 cards as long as you look at them in the top. And I don't really know what to do with this card, but I'm not going to be surprised when it shows up and I lose to it. There's not too much to say about it, I don't think. It's just like a large convoke creature that puts up to 2 creatures in your hand, which is pretty good. I don't have much to say about this one, but I don't know what this is. Oh, another companion. Okay. As long as I only open one of each, I'm fine. So we're at 3 out of 10, and I've only opened basically the ones that are banned in other formats. Zerta being banned in Legacy. Lutri banned in Commander before it even came out, and Lurrus banned almost everywhere. Another Bad Rona, and another Ayara. What we got? I think it's really weird that on the arena interface, the battles are looking like normal cards, but then when you hover over them, they stretch out to their long way, like they're actually printed. And I'm assuming they're going to sit on the battlefield also in this orientation. It's just very strange. Oh, I opened this at pre-release. It was pretty cool, and I think the effect is really good. I still think this might show up as like a Summoner's Pack target to be able to go find a Naturalize that's not awful. This is also like pretty good to cast from your hand. I don't play Amulet Titan, but as long as you have like a basic forest, you can actually discard it and do the cycle and destroy the Blood Moon. It's obviously not perfect because you already require like one basic forest in play, but like I said, I don't play the deck, so I'm not sure. Then we got Invasion of Vern as well. I didn't know you could open 2 battles in one pack. I thought it was I guess the slots for the arena packs are a little different, where you don't have like one multiverse legend, one battle, one regular rare. You get like your battle, your multiverse legend, regular rare, and then I guess you can have a battle in like the regular commons. Very weird. There's another Ayara. I wonder if these are different. I guess they are, so I can just open... Oh no, this is the old Ayara. Okay. So I guess all of the new cards don't have their Multiverse Legend frame able to be acquired in pack. Oh, I got the sword. It's pretty neat. Another card that I wish I opened in draft instead, but can't really be too picky. Another Quintorius, which is neat. I'm not sure if he's going to show up in, like, Standard at all. I know I'm, like, excited for him for Commander, but I don't know if he's good enough for Standard, but the fact that he has Vigilance, he can immediately make a 3-2, and if he sticks around for a turn, you get to recast the card. Non-creature, non-land. And then you can cast... Oh, okay, so it's not just instants and sorceries like I originally read it. You can exile sagas with this, and then recast sagas. Which is pretty cool. Okay, I'm a little more into this now in Standard. So you can recast Planeswalkers and sagas? And you can use the Phyrexian Nahiri to discard things into the graveyard for Quintorius? That's kind of cool. Or you can use the new Nahiri to discard Quintorius, bring him back, attack for 3, and then at your end step, you can hold priority with the sacrifice on the stack and stack the trigger so you can exile like a saga to him, make a 3-2, activate Quintorius, cast the saga in your end step before the Quintorius leaves the Quintorius token leaves the battlefield. That seems like it might be good, because the Nahiri fuels it all. Anyway, and an old Jin-Gitaxias from the original New Phyrexian's treatment frame. That's cool. Quintorius Nahiri now sounds pretty good. I keep opening Bad Rona. Can I just open a bunch of the regular Rona, the one I want to play? And this card's fine. It's like Valakut Awakening at home, where it's a sorcery, but you can also just do a small sweeper, like a Pyroclasm, and hit battles. It's awkward because it also hits your opponent's battles, which I was thinking about before. So I'm not sure how good it'll be. It's probably going to be really bad anywhere that your opponent is also playing battles. Very difficult to evaluate that, but I wouldn't be surprised if it showed up, just because it's modal and hits a lot of stuff. And we got another weird Flickerwisp Angel that I still don't know what to do with. At least it doesn't have 1 toughness, but it can't target, like, creatures. Or it can't target lands. It won't target lands. And Borborygmos and Fibblethip. He's pretty cool. There's a lot of these, like, quote, Titan triggers that end up on a lot of these new cards where it has an enter the battlefield and an attack trigger. And they're both really good. And some of them are obviously better than others, but some of them are just like fine for their mana cost. Like Graveyard Trespasser is like really small, but like for 3 mana, it's pretty good. It's doing exactly what you want. And then it just has like an activated ability to put itself third from the top. I don't know. I think there's too many like Titan triggers on creatures these days, and they're just like doing too many things. Especially if you get to attack with it one time, it just seems so hard to not instantly get buried. Invasion of Karsus. This one's pretty cool. It's 4 mana, 3 damage. Get the guy. Yeah, I'm not sure if this shows up. I don't know if it's better than the Small Wrath, but maybe just it's based on how much damage you need. Considering we also still have Brotherhood's End. Ooh, I got Invasion of Fjorus. This is going to be a Universes or a Multiverse card. Oh, and it's Harabi, so it doesn't matter. Another Commander card in my Arena pack. Oh, I got another Pylon, which is pretty decent. At least I don't have to craft them if I need them. And another Commander card in my Arena pack. What do we got? We got a Karuga. Okay, so now we're 4 out of 10 for our companions. Maybe we can get a rest. Oh, I got the big meme card, the 18-6. Very cool. Very cool boosters. Don't know what I'm gonna do with those, since there's no dusting. Got a... This card actually seems fine. No bound on how many times you can sacrifice in one turn is really interesting, and there's actually a lot of disposable Phyrexians in the format right now with all the might tokens and all the small creatures like Crawling Forest. Especially in this set, I haven't really checked too much for small Phyrexians in this set, but there's a lot of ways to get mites, so there might just be enough for the processor. Alright, Gyruda. Okay, we're 5 out of 10 on the companions. This is the only one you probably want 4 of, though, weirdly enough. But that's okay, because I'll take this. And Kroxin Kuranos. That one's cool. Also has a Altar of Dementia combo in Modern, which I'm not going to be surprised if it shows up, considering how good this 3-color card is for like pitching. Throw away to Grief, Fury, and Solitude. I'm not going to be surprised when I lose to that. 18-6 is just 3. That's so true. So true. Can't believe I got ripped off. That much mana for just 3. So I got an Ozolith, which is pretty cool. So happy for them. I'm so happy for the Hardened Scales player that gets thrown a bone every now and then. It's also just cool. Does enough. Actually can make up for the fact that it's legendary because you can cycle it. And a second Lutri. The dream is dead. Rip. Now we have 2 Lutris. Wait, I can put a Lutri in the main deck and still present Lutri as a companion. Never mind, we're fine. Alright, we got Yarok, which is a card that is actually legal in Explorer. So that's not the end of the world. And a Mythic wild card, not bad. Oh, I got a rare wild card, the best thing you can open. And an Elishnorn that is for Commander. And formerly a Reanimate target. So, not bad. Not bad if it was a paper pack. But then I wouldn't get a wild card, so I guess I'm really winning right now. And another Inga Rune Eyes for my Multiverse Legends slot. And we got the meme plane, the Bizarro plane Knight. I do like a lot of the weird planes that they actually kind of pulled out of nowhere. Even the ones that we knew, like Pyrulia, but weren't widely known as what their name was. Like, people knew, but I don't think the average player knew that Pyrulia was where Horizon Canopy was. Either way, really cool. I really like a lot of the invasions. The planes they picked for the invasions. And City on Fire. Okay, I guess I was going too slow. I think it clicked for me. Alright. Got an Emoti, which is neat. And C double. Okay, cool. We are on the path to actually play Rogues tonight. 1 C double down. And Zimone Endina, which I think is really cool. I think this card's really cool. I kind of want to play it in the Rona builds, but there's just not a lot of room for it, and like room for cards that don't synergize enough with what you're doing. I would kind of try and I would want to put it in the sideboard just for the quote grindy matchups, but I still think it might be a little too dissynergistic. And a old Atraxa, so can't do much with that, but you know, can't be too disappointed. That's the one thing about like the extra sheet. Open Bad Rona again. Is that this card's cool? Okay, it skipped me through. I must be going too slow. Got another Invasion of Kaldheim. Exile the cards from your hand, draw them many cards until the end of your next turn. You can play cards that way. Backside probably matters a lot less than the front side. I think the front side is actually where all the sauce is. The backside might be able to win you the game, but I think the front side is just so unique that that's the more important portion. It just lets you look at so many cards. It's kind of like Showdown at the Scalds, honestly. Okay, so we got Invasion of Eldraine, which is pretty good and limited, I think. I'm not sure, but Mind Rot into go get a 2/2 flyer is like not honestly the worst. Taking a turn off to attack. And another Weird Angel. I don't know why it's making me want to play with those angels. I'm not playing Green White Angels and Explorer, right? Just not into that deck. I guess I have to play Green White Angels and Explorer. Everything is pushing me towards it, but... okay, here's Invasion of Fiora again. This one's cool. I really like the callback to just the Monarch ability without polluting the Explorer format and Standard with the Monarch ability. It's close enough, good callback, card works. Can't be too unhappy about it. Alright. We got another good card for limited. This is my promo, and I didn't end up playing it. Probably should have, because it might have been better than most of my rares, but I really wanted to play at least blue for Rona. Ooh, Fairy Mastermind. On our way to having Rogues. And Thalia. The best girl, after all. In a really good art. I might upgrade my Thalias for Death and Taxes off of my ones from 2012. Just to this. I like the showcase frames a lot, and it's... If anything is going to make me switch my Thalias, it's that. What do we got? Progenitor Exarch. Incubate 3 X times. So this definitely makes a lot of Incubator tokens, and they're 3/3s. So the following turn you just get to pop up a bunch of 3/3s by paying a bunch of 2 and tapping it. The card may be good. It's also a 1 mana Phyrexian, which is really cheap if you just play it as is. And Atris, Oracle of Half-Truths, and another copy of the Ozolith. Okay, Yorion. Okay, so now we got, what are we, 6 out of 10? And Invasion of Phyrexia. This card's, like, pretty cool. I think this card is a lot better in Standard than people are kind of, like, assuming it to be. I think they're seeing it makes Knights and synergizes with Knights, and they're thinking the only blue-white deck in the format is that once a bunch of creatures is Soldiers. But you might just be able to be blue-white aggro, or you might just play this in Esper Legends, honestly. In the sideboard or something like that. Goes wide. You can probably kill it pretty easily. And then just have a Teferi. You have enough creatures to discard to the +1 that you can actually net cards off of it. And you're probably, with like Adeline and Wedding Announcement maybe post-board going, you probably have enough to actually make use of the -3. It might be a little hard to cast with the Plaza of Heroes if you're just on an empty board. But this really can refill the board quickly if you ever get Gixis commanded or anything. Now the worst part is like the first cast of the invasion actually plays into a Gixis command, but if you ever get the Teferi, you can just -2 and make all of your Knight tokens immune to Gixis command, which I think is pretty good. So it's a gold card if that ever matters. If we ever get anything close to Hero of Precinct 1 again, I think that's like kind of interesting. And if I ever play Prowess again, I'm probably going to play 4 Counterspell Spear in the 2 mana creature slot. Not because I think it's necessarily better, but I want to try it out. It seems cool, and it flips, which is also cool. It's just built-in cool, the fact that it can transform. Okay, so we got a Rayav card for Commander again. And Glistening Dawn, which is, I don't know, and it clicked me away before I could read it. Alright, we got a new art Daxos, which is pretty cool. And Deeproot Wayfinder, which I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about. It seems good, but a 2-mana 2/3 that needs to connect in combat to have any real effect is just really kind of difficult. It's just very small comparatively. It doesn't die to a Blood Tithe Harvester activating, which maybe is something, but it does die to it in combat, obviously, because 2/3s die to 3/2s. We got the green part of the hate cycle, which I like, but I don't know if it's good. But 3-mana 4/2 flash is just not impressive, but at least in standard it's not bad. It's pretty good. Other formats, definitely a little medium, but give some amount of selection. And another AR. At this point, I'm going to have to build something with that card just because I don't have to spend wild cards for it. Another Emoti, Invasion of Argatha, and Volta and Mavericks. You know, I have 2 of that. So I can do that in Explorer. Because I don't know if I have Sorens. I don't think I do. I don't think I played Arena during that time when the Vampire stack was good. And another Commander card, and here's Warcrafting, which is actually a good card. So just damage, and then just removal, and then excess cards. You get to look at that many from the top of your deck and play. You play it this turn. Okay, for 3 mana, that's a lot then. That's not as good. Spending 3 mana on a removal spell and then needing to use that card that turn is like you're basically just looking for a land. Another Ozolith, okay. I am flooding on a handful of particular cards that I do not think are very good. Can I flood on cards that I want? Ooh, Invasion of Amonkhet. I actually like this one a lot. I think this might be one of my favorite invasions. At least, it's at least one of like my top 3. I can see myself putting this in constructed decks because it's just a good 2-card swing in that they discard and you draw. So it's like kind of like a weird pseudo divination in the fact that you're up 2 cards. But the fact that the back is just a body double, I think is really good. I want to copy a Jace Vryn's Prodigy so I can flip it back to an Invasion of Amonkhet immediately, but that's a little silly. This card I think is good, but I don't know where it goes. It's definitely just going to need to find like a shell around it. At least in... It's going to need a very specific one in something like Pioneer, but in Modern, but in Pioneer I think you just build like basically a rock deck with Thalion the Gitrog monster. But again, I'm not sure. Because it's just so weird, but it has so much text. I don't think it's like possible for it to be bad. Breach the Multiverse, which I'm not going to bother reading, because it's a 7-mana sorcery. But it involves milling and reanimating things from people's graveyards. I can't believe I haven't opened this card yet, but it's an uncommon, but we've opened like 50 packs. And then we got Dina. I like this card. I wanted to build a commander deck with it at one point, but it's really cool. I really want to draft Strixhaven again, honestly. And Golbakan. Alright, this is actually a good battle. Hand Disruption, which I don't think is bad, and then rewards you for being aggressive, and then can protect your team. 3 defense is very low. It's like the lowest value they've put on a siege so far. So it's fairly easy to flip. You could play 1-mana creature into 2-mana creature into 3-mana invasion, immediately flip the invasion, and at your end step, since your creatures attack, they get +1 counters. So you can exile a card from their hand and pump your team all in one turn if you just take the 3rd turn off to attack. So you could go something like some sort of Savannah Lions into Thalia, use all your mana, play the invasion, and kind of like put them in a relatively soft prison for your white aggro deck. I don't think it's... I don't know if it's good enough, but I think that's like actually possible. I think a lot of people are looking at the 2 mana and thinking that you have to play it on turn 2. I think this might be better on turn 3 after you've played turn 1 creature, turn 2 creature. and then you get to immediately flip it. But I'm not sure. We'll see how it plays out in practice. The fact that you can just still play it turn 2 is probably good, especially in the matchups where you need to disrupt them very early, and you don't have another piece, like, you don't have your Thalia, whether Jejune has red. But I think the Invasion is going to play better in these aggro decks than people immediately think, because they see 2 mana in the top right corner, and they think they have to play it on turn 2 if it's going to be the best. I think this one's actually good too, this Invasion. Asgol. It just like flips into a guy who's like semi-evasive and can grow, and is basically just a sorcery speed removal spell. Like, people are already playing Dreadbore, and this isn't identical to Dreadbore, but it's relatively close. It's a Dreadbore with like upside and doesn't target very easily. But I think in the decks where you're playing turn 2 Dreadbore or you're casting a Dreadbore, they're not going to have a lot of possibilities on what they're sacrificing. They can throw a token into this, but I'm kind of glad that there's some amount of counterplay for a card like this where their upside is like very high. And another unicorn. So I'm like multiple copies, like 3 ofs on a bunch of cards that I can't do much with. So let's open this golden pack. And oh, it's a bunch of rares. Okay, I don't think I've gotten one of these before. I like this card. I thought it was going to be better when Crimson Vow first came out. It was not. But Bloodtithe Harvester didn't disappoint me. It was actually way better than I thought, but that's a different story. We got Invasion of Chandalar, which is just fine. I don't know if it's good enough for Standard, because I don't think you can regrow 3 permanents by the time you can cast it, because you probably want to get the Leyline Surge as soon as possible, which means playing the front side sooner and then attacking. So I'm not sure you're going to be able to maximize that card, but maybe you can. And an Olivia. Okay, so now I can play Reanimator, right? Because I don't think I crafted that, because I don't think I built that version of the deck. But I have the option now. Okay, so some limited cards. This card is actually good, but I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what shell it goes in. It might just go into, like, there might be a white aggro shell. Oh, it's a soldier. Okay, so it can go in the soldier's deck really easily. And the Knight Errant is a knight. I wonder if this gets to go into Esper Legends, because you can just use all your small guys to convoke at some point and draw 2. I don't think that deck was lacking on ways to put additional cards in their hand, but maybe, and it might not matter because it just like was always good at finding the cards it needed. And another Thalia. Thalia and the monster. Alright, ooh, another Polukranos, which is pretty cool. A Leyline Binding, which is actually playable. Another Invasion of Kaldheim. Sigarda, which maybe just goes in the top end of some of these decks. I know there was a green-white humans deck that was showing up in standard leagues like a week or so before our RC. But I'm not sure. No, because the Dusk Legion guy is a vampire, so it doesn't get pumped by Sigarda. Zealot good with Aspirant. Yes. Yeah, the Luminarch Aspirant and Dusk Legion Zealot are really good together. That's definitely a possibility. Cemetery Desecrator, which people were like briefly talking about because of battles, because it actually can suck counters off of a battle. But a 6-mana 4/4 menace creature is definitely asking a lot in Standard right now, where the best cards all cost 5, and it doesn't include this. So I guess the battles have to be really good to justify this card. The Polukranos is still really sweet. I kind of want to get some copies in paper. I have to figure out if I want the showcase frame or not, because I don't really like that one, the Theros showcase frame, too much, but I might just want to match everything. What do we got? Another Olivia, Zephyr Singer, which puts flying counters on anything that convokes it. Why is Vigilance in blue? This like started a couple sets ago, but I really don't like the fact that they're just putting Vigilance in blue. Blue feels like the color that should have to decide if it's going to like consciously commit to an attack and like has the ability to untap creatures, but that requires like committing a spell to untap it. Just natively being always untapped is kind of lame, I think. But whatever. I don't get to make these decisions. And a card for mono green. Oh, no, this isn't it. This is the card for Fires of Invention. What else do we have going on? Got a bunch of old cards. This card, one of the only ones I opened from the new set, which is cool. This is the card that combos with Multani and Yargle, in that it makes Yargle sacrifice himself so backup puts 2 counters on the Multani and Yargle, so it turns his 18 power into 20, and gives him the ability to pay 1 and sacrifice this creature, and it deals damage equal to its power to any target. So you can just 20 your opponent in limited, which is kind of cool considering they're both rares. So I guess the odds of getting Splinter Twinned is not great. And Invasion of Tolvada, which is the plane Kaya is from, and has lots of ghosts. And I actually really like the art for some of these. Like, I like the way they made the ghosts look on this plane. So I kind of hope that we go to Tolvada at some point in the near future. And it's just basically a better Obsidat's Aid that you can blink if you are blinking non-land permanents, which is cool. And it flips into a weird token Anthem, and I don't have a lot to say about it because 5 mana to just make a 1/1 at your end step is a little strange. And a Joda. Okay. And I have some gold. I don't know if I want to... I think I'm going to buy 2 packs so I can get the last rare wild card. And then I'm going to fire off a draft. Oh, wait. No, I don't want to do that. I just want to fire off the draft. Because I can pay in gold, I think. I think I have enough gold. Draft. Is this the best of 1 draft? Oh, I have draft tokens. Is this the one? Is this it? Premier or traditional draft? Is Premier draft best of 1? Is Premier best of 1? I think so. Time draft with 7 other players. Alright. We're just gonna do this. Keep playing. Alright. Yeah, we're just gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna fire off. I'm gonna sit down, and then we're gonna find out how not to draft. Alright, so I think I'm supposed to take this card because it's the rare. But I also kind of want to look at the rest of the pack. So this card seems pretty good, just flying lifelink. Second spell each turn works really well with battles, so I think this card is like actually very good in this format. They really did put a lot of thought into like which legends they brought back and like which ones actually synergize with what was going on. And there's Invasion of Azgul, which is really, really good, I think. Especially in just limited. I cast this a couple times in pre-release and I actually liked it, but I was also playing 3 colors. This is best of 1? Awesome. What does this turn into? Oh, it just turns into a giant man. So I'm definitely taking a Ren, which is not exciting until we play games.
We haven't much time.
Okay, so it looks like they took the Multiverse Legend in the previous pack, which means it was really good. I can just already go and commit to 3 colors and take Hitotsugu and Kairi. 5 mana 5/4 flying is pretty good, especially when it just brainstorms right off the bat. This card is really good at gluing your deck together because it just surveils to find cards that matter. Oh, right, this is the regrowth creature. I don't actually know what's good in this format, which is very difficult. I could just like do Invasion of Dominaria and go full Sarah Angel, which I like. This card also cantrips and gains some life. 5 is a lot, but the backside is pretty good. I could do this in case the green doesn't pan out, and also just rare draft like a dimwit. So there's Emery, and I'm really tempted to take it because it's a rare, but it doesn't do anything. So I'm probably going to try and take a good card instead. I like the Oracle of Tragedy, and it's just a bunch of filtering. But I'm not sure if it's great. This card I think is fine. It's just draw 2 cards. It's pretty small, though. I'm kind of into the Streetwise Negotiator. What flips battles really well? The Streetwise Negotiator just comes down and is, like, kind of decent, also kind of not. I'm not entirely sure how to evaluate it. I think I should have been playing it the other night, but I did not. I could take it. It also keeps me on green. I could take Oracle. I think I just want this for just early game, actually making certain I can play the game and participate. Is this good? Storm the Sea Core. 4 well encounters among creatures, 4 target creatures control to get vigilance and trample. Okay, so it's just like weird overrun that works a little better earlier because the counters last, so you're kind of incentivized to pull it to use it even if they're not dead. There's Fertilid's Favor, which goes and gets a land. Also requires me to have like creatures on the battlefield, which I think is fine. Up to 1 target, so I don't need them, but I'm just not getting enough out of the card. I think this really like gives you a lot of momentum, so but I might be overvaluing it. I think I'm gonna take it though. Alright, so there's a Dina. I like that card a lot. It's also just like pretty decently sized. It's like semi-aggressive, helps sacrifice things. I can sacrifice Oracle of Tragedy and Hidetsugu. Don't know if that is good. I don't know. Now all the packs are backing up at me. I guess I don't care because it's not in person. Serpent Blade Assailant seems okay. I don't know. Oh, this just has Death Touch and gives something else Death Touch for the turn. Maybe I just want this cut though, and I can just splash black or splash blue. Maybe this is good. I have no idea what's good in this format. I'll take the Blade Fan, I guess, because I've heard it's good. What is this? What is the backside? Up to 1 target creature, 1 other target creature becomes a 5/5. I think that might be fine. Oh, this is my starting pack? No. No, this is pick 6. So it means there's just multiple Verjas in the pack, or in rotation right now. I think I'm supposed to take this, though, because it's easier on the mana, and I think the backside's actually good. Oh, I can take Yargle. I love Yargle. I was never a disciple of the Yargle memes. I never understood. What are we doing? That's pretty good because it convokes the blue creature. Maybe I take that? 3/4 seems kind of good in the format. I think there's a decent amount of 3s. It also convokes, so I can play it a little ahead of schedule, but I don't have small things. Maybe just like kind of take it tentatively. I think this is good in the sacrifice stack and actually is like really important, but we're not in that. This just like puts a land in my hand, so I think I'm just gonna take this pretty easily. The rest of the pack wasn't super exciting or on color. This is a counter target creature of battle. Unless you pay 4 if you do incubate. I think I'm just gonna. I think I just value this card too much. Maybe this is good. I don't think so. I think I just want the second Fertilid's Favor. Might be bad though. Easy peasy. Absolutely. Okay, so this is still not my first pack. This is like my 3rd pick. I think I take this one just to make sure I can play the game. And here, so it looks like I'm leaning harder into blue than black. So I don't think I want any of the black cards, especially the double black card. I think I'll take the flyer though, just in case I need it. Do I take the expensive removal spell? I think I have to, but it seems just like not really like worth it for
like drafting in this like decade. Oh yes, the fairy mastermind. So now we have two. Or I take Eudora. There's no way Eudora wheels though, but I want the fairy. This pack is actually pretty good. I have like On Color, Dual Land. I have the Moloch, Invasion of Kamigawa, which I think is actually pretty good in the format. It's just like a weird freeze, and then the backside is like a flying Ophidian. Do I want the fairy or the Eudora? I can craft the fairy. I can't ever play the Eudora in constructed on this format, so I'm gonna take it. Took a lot of willpower to not immediately snap off the fairy. I'm not sure if this card is good. Oh, this is the weird flanking card. Is that good? Oh, this might be good. This sucks a Battle Dry. That might be fine top end. I don't know if I need that though. I think I just need some more 2-mana things. And this is also something to do on turn 3, because you just flip it into like a good attacker. So I think I'm going to take the Knight. I really want the Raptor because I'm a dummy and I want to just draft rares. I think this card is the best one for me. I won't be upset if the Atraxas Fall wheels. I just cannot do anything with a Raptor, so it's not worth looking at. Artistic Refusal, I think, is good. Choose one or both. Just like, does the, what is it? Index, Catalog, and then also Counterspell. This might be worth the time. I really want just the ramp, but I think I need just like something like this in the deck. I'll just take it. It's probably better than the 3/4 though. Okay, so what do we got? Okay, I saw someone post this on Twitter. They're just like, this costs 1 mana now, and I actually hadn't even seen this card before, but I just know it previously cost 2, and now apparently it just costs 1, and that is utterly bizarre. Because this effect has been so good for me at 2 mana, I can't really imagine it at 1. I also like cards like that in Limited. Okay, so we have 2 things that transform now. I'd really like to pick up a battle or 2 and some more flip cards so I can play this more effectively. I think I'm gonna take this. I'm not really into another Oracle of Tragedy, especially now that we have like some decent cards at 2. I also might end up cutting Hidetsugu in the Bladed Fan. I'm gonna take this and try and just like get more flips. I think I'm supposed to take this one because it seems like a really good trick. Plus on Hexproof, and then you also just have like a random guy. This is also really good for the Transform theme. And if I'm ending up cutting black, then I get to play another 5-drop. It's also gain 5 life, make like a delayed 5/5, give all your guys reach. I think I'm supposed to take this and not the Hexproof guy. And I think I'm just cutting these now. Which is a shame, because I don't know what I gave up for the Battle Fan. Hopefully it wasn't too important. This is another thing that checks for transformed cards. I might just take this for the power, just so I can cascade. The body is so small. But if I can get more of these like larger Convoke cards, maybe I can actually use the second set of text. The Oculus Whelp is a common, so I'm pretty sure I'll find another, but I'm not going to find another of this likely. I don't know if that's good. That seems not great. This makes just 2 dudes, and I think this is good. It's also good with like some of these like higher end Convoke cards I'm trying to mix with Emoti. I think I'm supposed to take this. This helps feed into the Transform sub-theme. So at this point, I also have to look at Incubator tokens. I think I just want to make sure I can play my cards and just have a couple dual lands, so I'm going to prioritize this
The ones that I need are also just not showing up super often. Gonna take the blue card that I think is also just good. An Atraxas Fall I'm gonna put over here, only on color, but also the effect is good. Not gonna look at any of those. Gonna take this in case I get a really good white card. I don't think it matters what I get. I'm gonna take this. I don't think it matters what I get. I'm gonna take this. Now I'm just pricing taking as many Bane Splitters as I can so I can fill up the vault. Okay, so not bad. I think this is actually good. The backside of this is also good with the incubator tokens. Because it just makes it base 5/5 instead of base 0/0. Ooh, Invasion of Segovia. I actually really like this card. I will not be surprised if this shows up in standard at all. It's like kind of meme-ish in regards to being just a Segovia joke and making 1/1s with trample, but I actually think the effect is very good, and I think it's good enough to show up in standard, so I'm definitely taking it here, and it also is completely on plan with what we're trying to do in doing Convoke stuff, doing Transform stuff. Actually, the deck is shaping up kind of okay. Plus, we have Eudora and we have Ren, so I'm like pretty happy. And we get past another on-color gold rare. This is creatures you control Vigilance, and tap to make 1 mana of any color and only spend it on creatures. And when you cast a creature, 3 or more mana from creatures spent to cast it, draw a card. But it's also just a 4 mana 4/4 that is like a semi-lord. We can also get Goober Knight when it wheels. 2/2 Flying Vigilance, not honestly that bad. Also, Halo Forager was in the pack. I think I just take this. It's like an on plan, on color, like signpost uncommon for what we're doing, and I can hope that either Crystal Carapace or like Meeting of the Minds wheels. This might be better, but I really want to just kind of lean into the theme more. And the card is also just, I think, kind of fine. I'll take it. I have no idea. I've never drafted any of this before. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Another Convoke spell, or I could take just like the large flip card. Don't think that's the play. I am actually kind of interested in this like softer removal spell. Oh, I could take Afara's Dispersal. This might be good. This might be better. I'm not sure. I'm hoping this wheels just so I can have a little bit of cheap interaction to go with like Arachnoid Adaptation. Maybe just Convoking makes it cheap enough. There's another Tangled Skyline, which might be what we take. It's just more on-plan stuff. How many Phyrexians we got? We have to transform some people for Phyrexians. This will have reach, this will have reach. And this guy will have reach. The flyer has a reach, yeah, you know, just things that are good. That'll have reach. Maybe just being a delayed 5/5 is good enough. Or I can take the ramp. I think we're pretty good down here that we can actually play the game without needing to ramp. What do we got here? Doesn't look like anything fantastic, so I might just take the invasion for the sake of taking it. Definitely won't matter. Maybe I take this because it's possible I splash white. I'll do that. I think that's just a better decision. This changes the base power and toughness, which is good with the incubator tokens. I think I've heard Tetsuko is very good in the format. I don't know if it's good in my deck, but another 2 mana 1/3, which I'm noticing there's a lot of. There's a lot of 3/1s and 2, or not even a lot of 3/1s. I've just seen this too many times. There's a lot of 1/3s. Another Protocol Knight, which I think is just the easy take. Another Mutagen Connoisseur, which I think I take here. It's pretty bad if we're not transforming things. Maybe we have enough transform going on that we can take it. Let's try it out.
Invasion of Kaladesh, I can't really support. I think just take the card that's on color. I don't think it's worth splashing at this point. I can always play Crystal Carapace. Might be good. Oculus Whelp, which needs transformed things. Oh, it's a die trigger, it's not a damage trigger. I'll take the Carapace. I misread the Whelp initially. I can take the Swamp Cycler. I do like that they have land cycling on these large common creatures. Take the Fairy. Take the card that is in my colors. Take the Glorified Village Rites. Alright. What do we got going on? Alright. Gotta cut 5 cards. So 5 life, incubate 5 I think is pretty good. Protocol Knight, I'm unsure how good it is. Good Slumber I think is okay. I don't think we need to ramp at 4 mana in this deck. Although it is pretty nice to be able to just put counters on anything. And we're not really themed around counters, so there's not really any additional benefit to us having more ways to generate counters. And I don't think 4 mana Combat Trick is really going to be too good here. Kind of cut those. I think this is fine just to put more stuff in my hand. Preening Champion I think might just be good. Also flies, which means it's good at killing battles. And I think I just need Tangled Skyland so I can have more things to transform for the Mutagen Connoisseurs. What else we got? The Atraxis Fall, which might be good enough for the main deck. I think it's fine. I think it actually destroys enough stuff. Tetsuko, Skyclave, Aerialist, Order of the Mirror, Oracle Tragedy. All of my 2-drops are good with Tetsuko. I got Atraxis Fall, Recommend Adaptation. 3 more cuts. I think these 6s are okay. This might be kind of bad. I don't think I want the Thunderhead Squadron. I think this does enough that it's worth keeping. I think at this point, like, I don't know, do I want Emoti just as a Cascade?
Just a card in my deck that has Cascade is good for value. Do I lack on that front that I can just play a 5 mana 3/1 to try and spike a random freebie? I think with all the transform, I'm not gonna need extra. That's different. This might not be good enough. I want the Adora, because that'll help me ramp, I guess. So I'll have extra stuff, extra mana to do transforming. Oh, it cycles. That's pretty cool. One more cut. I can't tell if Artistic Refusal is actually good. Choose one or both. Index or Counterspell. That's 6 mana. That's a lot, but it is really good on like the front of just generating some sort of 2-for-1. Put 2 cards in my hand. One that one. No, it just keeps me neutral. Okay. So I'm being a dingus. I think I have too many 4s, but this one has Convoke. This one. Am I aggressive enough that I can take advantage of Wicked Slumber? Am I? I mean, I think so. I have 1, 2, 3, 5 2-mana guys. I have the Rotting Tail. Maybe he's a trap. He might be. Yeah, this might actually be the worst card. And not do anything. This like wants to be mutated onto or buffed in some way. But being base 1/1 is just really not great. It is unblockable with Tetsuko,
but I don't think I can count on having Tetsuko all the time. I think this is where I'm at. I have like 5 ways to put something in play on turn 2. Turn 3, I can actually just like play like multiple, like a couple things that make multiple bodies, or just like a 0/5 like wall. Maybe like turn 2, one of these guys, turn 3 Mutagen Connoisseur, turn 4 just like flip either of these and attack. Only gives him +1/+0, but he's still vigilant and a 0/5. Or a 5 toughness, I mean. I'll try it like this. See what happens.
I guess it can only go so poorly. Alright, so a little slow. We got something to do on 2. And then we have the Hermit and something to do back. And we get to rum it, or we get to loot on turn 2. And I'm first. I'll try it. I'm in bronze, so I think this can only go so poorly. Alright, so turn 1 island. So then we get to go forest into the Oracle. Okay. We're gonna loot. Okay, so I don't think I can get rid of a land here because my hand is all 4s. I feel like I'm in a bit of control of the game, so... What do I discard? I probably should have thought about this before. I'm leaning towards Wicked Slumber because they just haven't done anything, and I think my creatures are just going to outsize them. It might just be Crystal... It might be Crystal Carapace because they're black, so they probably have removal. I think I'll just discard that. I also don't know how good this card is in the format yet. If I find out later that it's apparently extremely difficult to pay for Ward 2, then I'm going to feel very silly. Okay, so there's that. I'll play Tetsuko and attack with an unblockable... Why is this auto-back? Why is this doing weird stuff? It was like highlighting the islands, and then decided suddenly to ask me to manually do it, which is strange. What does this flip into? It flips at 4, and it flips into another Ophidian. So there's like 2 creatures that do that? Oh no, the other one is the backside of a battle. Okay, so they take the only creatures, so they're not incubating. Choose blockers, you have Death Touch, no blocks. So I think I hold up... yes, my green being fixed with my single forest in play. So cool. So their turn here might just be flip Aetherblade Agent, and if it is, I'm going to Wicked Slumber it and tap it and put 2 stun counters on it. And they're also going to be paying 2 life for that. And if they want to do that, that's fine. Okay, but they're not. So at this point, I think I just discard the 2 cards I know about, keep Ren. Oh, that's so weird. They put it... Resolve. So they put it on my side, even though it's their battle. Okay, so I got my battle, and I get to make 2 blockers. Oh man, I haven't seen how battles look on this interface yet. This is so weird. I kind of want to block with the Oracle of Tragedy. So this way I can... Yeah, I guess I don't want to do that because I don't want to loot. But I do want to block the Aetherblade Agent, but I guess I can just block with a Kraken token. And he can't stop me because apparently I'm unblockable because I have Tetsuko. The battles just look so weird on each other's side of the table. I was just putting my battle like kind of like relative to if this was an actual table. I was putting it off to the side, kind of pushed towards them, kind of like in the middle of the table, where it's clearly mine, but also under their protection. Dies, put his counters on target creature you control. Okay. So I can block or just let the battle go to 1. I guess the battle... Yeah, this seems like a let the battle go to 1 kind of deal. Trade off, give them a 2/3, but they also just have like 4 mana up for tricks. Maybe I just chomp. What's the backside? Backside's just annoying. I think I'll just block 1. So I can still turn around and kill it. What are we doing? Are we destroying my battle? Or are you just reading the backside? Oh, it's the Ichor Shade. Okay, so I can just destroy their battle now. Which I don't know if it's good. Next to combat, I can attack with these two, flip my battle. And I get to attack them because the backside of this untaps 4 creatures. I just had to check. Yeah, I'll cast. Oh yeah, that's annoying. Okay, so I'm going to untap all of these. On creature spells, I cast have Convoke. So this doesn't fly. So I can just destroy their battle here. Maybe I do that. I think I do that. Otherwise the flyer is going to be annoying. Maybe I just let them flip it. Take the 2 damage, and then just effectively gain life, because they have to deal 3 to this, and the fairy is only going to be able to deal 2. So then I can just plummet. I'll do that. Just untap these guys. Yeah, this card's cool. I think battles are just very strange. I still don't know how I feel about them, but they're at least like kind of neat. Oh, cool. Oh, that's neat. Okay, so they're all attacking it, so he really wants to flip this, but he doesn't want to throw the 0/1 into just everything I have. I can... I'm trying to decide if I want to get rid of the Aetherblade Agent at all. I don't think so. And I don't want to loot the Atraxis Fall away yet, because it's part of my plan here. So they can kill the battle, cast the fairy, plummet the fairy, especially if I draw Forest off the top, because then I get to play Ren and also plummet the fairy. And I can use... Is my game crashing? My game might be crashing. Which would be a major bummer. So is there like a mini cycle or just a general cycle of cheap creatures that you can exile from your graveyard to do a thing at sorcery speed? Because between the green, like, rabbit and the Ichor Drinker, it looks like there's some sort of cycle. What is happening? Aye. Alright. guess I should close it and hope that I don't lose that game, except I think I do lose that game. Only because it crashed. So let's refire it up. It looks like it reconnected me, but I think I might have already lost because I might have timed out too much. Also, wow, putting the Johnny as my avatar. That was extremely rude. Okay, so we're gonna go to combat. We're gonna attack with... Oh, I should have cast Atrax's Fall first on this so I could actually attack freely with the Cadus. Because now he gets a double block. Okay, so that was me rushing because I was under pressure. But that's okay. Then I can convoke Atrax's Fall on this and pay green, blue, or green colorless. Oh, he's gonna give an indestructible. Okay. Which is pretty lame. Especially since now it's a 3-power flying creature. And I don't have reach. And I just need to draw another land. Okay, so I've literally not played a limited match that did not include Realmbreaker. Both of my pre-release opponents had it, and... Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna blink 2 life, I guess. Okay, so I just get to go like this, and block you. I guess because you want to incubate, or you want to gain more life, or you just didn't realize that it's not permanent indestructible. Or I can throw... I think I put Tetsuko here, and then I trade off 2 tokens here. I don't really want to loot yet, though. But I don't know if I'm going to have a better opportunity to get rid of the Tutu. So I might just need to eat it. And suck it up. This is definitely a sure thing, because I can't do anything about it. I can throw the Cadus away, which kind of sucks. I think I'll do this. I'll do my blocks like this. Okay, let me look at the battlefield, look at my graveyard. I don't think I have anything good in here to reshuffle. I could do the Flyer, the Skyline. The Browser. We're gonna shuffle, I guess, spells into my deck, despite how awful that sounds, with me just needing lands. Shuffle these in. That gets a little bigger. Punished. So I don't want to block with the Cadus, so I think I attack. The 0-1's not going to block. The 0-1's not going to attack either, so maybe they do just gain a little bit of life. Yep, no counters. Play the Thornwood Falls. End step, we untap these. Alright, so I'm just getting milled again. Day 2. So that's whatever. They might just flip it main phase. Because they probably don't know that you can flip it at instant speed. Unless they do, doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, here's another 3-power creature. So I'm gonna go to 4.
go to 4. So at some point, I'm going to have to start blocking the Ichor Shade. Because this is not going to do anything. That's going to be annoying. Do I go to 4 and then I die to the Prickle Fairies? So maybe I just have to throw something into the grinder now? I think I have to. Which sucks. But I think I can keep presenting attackers and blockers simultaneously. Yeah, they're just transforming. They don't realize that you don't have to do that. Oh, because they want to equip. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so play Ren. Play Ren, make a 3-3, attack my 3-3. Or do I play Ghidorah? Play Ghidorah, this comes back face down. I have another forest. I think I just die. Play Ren, Order of the Mirror. So I attack for 3 with Cadis. So I think I have to play this. I just autoplay. Well, I guess I could have used Cadis to play it. I don't think that makes me more mana though.
We must act.
I think I just have to present blockers. I think it's a good way to lose though. Yeah, and I'm out of timeouts. Attack 3. I ran out of timeouts because I disconnected. They just have to block. Okay, so we're just gonna mill. We're trying to find a land, I guess.
Must not
I
forget
can
the
get
mission.
view battlefield. I can make a flyer the next turn. Just make a big blocker, play the order.
I think I messed up. I don't think I should have done that. I should have used the Cadis to cast the Ren, but I didn't really think about that. So this way I could present 3 blockers. I would still be under a lot of pressure though, so I get to like block here, take 2. They have to decide if they want to attack the Ren. They probably do, but they don't know what's in my hand. Okay, so they're making 3 power, so they're just gonna attack me? Yeah. So this isn't doing anything anyway. I guess I try and conserve my Ren and fix my mistakes. So I'm gonna go to 1 off of this, because in my upkeep the Prickle Fairies is gonna deal me 2, so I don't have enough cards in my hand. Yeah, it's a shame. I should have Atraxas followed the battle before it flipped. I didn't even think about Bladed Fan. Yeah, we ended up going blue-green because I opened Ren in my first pack, so I just picked it. Because sometimes it's better not to really think too hard about it. So I can play a flying blocker. Alright, so I guess we're gonna find out how good Ren is. And I have 15 cards left. I'm gonna attack.
My voice beckons to all worlds.
I think I'm still dead. Because part of this plan involves playing the last card in my hand, so I'm just going to die on my upkeep. So I'm gonna play the Connoisseur. Yeah, I needed just one more card in my hand. It's because now I can just block this forever with my 0/5 and just throw a land underneath the Ichor Shade every turn. But I'm still gonna die to the Prickle Fairies. The Pickle Fairies. You believe? You believe harder than me. I'm just gonna die to my opponent doing nothing at this point. And they're just still attacking me. So it's this and this. Yeah, I needed enough stuff that I would be able to play Skittering Surveyor as well. But even then, that still only puts another card in my hand. It doesn't put, like, multiple. Maybe I was supposed to minus the Ren there and throw it away and see what I found, but I don't know. I think I messed up that game like way sooner than the last handful of turns. I thought I got more draft tokens than just 2 as well. Okay, so we got the Trick, we have the Aura, we have Tetsuko, the Aura that ruins Tetsuko's ability, and the Skyline, which I have no idea if it's good. I go first. I mean, his hand gets to participate in the game, so I don't really know if I can ask too much more. I will... I guess keep. I'm gonna do it anyway, I don't know why I'm waiting. I really wish they figured out what they wanted to do with like the rogue design space sooner rather than later. Because there's a bunch of random rogues that just are completely disynergistic with any of the rogues that like have abilities that concern other rogues. Like this actually is just unusable with Soaring Thought Thief because it gets the extra power and then it doesn't get protected anymore or doesn't get unblockable. So I can attack. You can't block me. Cannot be blocked. This first strike as long as I'm on the battlefield. Play Oracle. We're gonna loot. Ooh, I get the Hermit. I think the Hermit's good. I'm gonna discard the Skyline, I guess, because it's just not great. A little soft. Ooh, that card's good. Some attacks. Yep, my turn. Play Island, enter combat. Attack with my unblockable creatures. Play Wary Thespian. Surveil, keep that on top because it's very good. End turn. Ooh, that lets me cast Crystal Carapace really easily when I get to flip it. Tetsuka's so good at flipping battles. I wish I had more. This guy again. Oh, he's a common. That's annoying. Each opponent discards a card. Is not Vold Hermit better than Crystal Carapace? Is this creature better than this? I think this is predicated too much on flip being good if I flip the Segovia, so I think I'm going to discard that. I'm going to let them attack. Okay, so I'm going to trade the Wary Thespian with 3/1. And maybe I don't want to do that yet. I want to wait until I don't know what's on top. But I am going to Arachnoid Adaptation the Oracle to kill the Seraph because I don't want the Seraph to flip. Especially since it flips for 4, they just get to do it if they have nothing else to do with their mana. Do I care about this? No, I want to flip the battle immediately. I can't give up the 3-power creature. So I have to take 3.
So then I get to play Segovia. Get my Krakens. Attack like this. Flip my Segovia. Cast the backside. Thanks for showing up. And we're gonna untap. Yeah, thanks for showing up, Brent. Good night. We're gonna untap all our guys, and now we just get to do some blocking, I guess. Yeah, this is one of the spot. Oh, this card's really good. Someone was not playing this in their sealed deck, and I was really surprised. Each player mills 3, and then you just double on what? Unearth? Not unearth. Disentune or something. Okay, we just get to attack. This. I'm going to play this to go get the forest. Take action, find the forest. Put the forest into play, untap the creatures who are good at blocking. Maybe I should untap the Tetsuko. I don't think there's any, like, what's the destroy tapped creature in this format? 3 mana, he's just gonna go for transform and make a free one. Or a free 1/1. Okay. Go to combat. We're gonna attack with the creatures that cannot be blocked. I think he's dead. Okay, yeah. Alright. So we got a win. I think that might have been a quest. Ugh. If I knew this is how the deck was going to end up going, I would have taken the Fairy Mastermind. I don't remember what I took, but in hindsight, it was probably wrong. What do we got? We got... Looks pretty good. A little bit of looting. Probably lead on the Order of the Mirror. Use the Oracle a little later when I need something to... when I need to find something to do. What else we got? I'll play my forest. And then I'm just gonna transform now. Attack. Not only can they not trade, but they cannot damage my flanking knight. Ugh, what do you do? Attack each creature you control, power 4 greater, gets possible some trample. Creatures you cast with power 4 or greater cost 2 less. Okay, so what do I want to do here? So I'm definitely just attacking, obviously. I think I'm just gonna Protocol Knight, tap the Goreclaw, hope that he doesn't have too much else going on. Not bad. I also really... Alright, side note. I also really like the Tarkir frame, considering they had to just make it up for this set. Because it's been like 8 years since we've been to Tarkir. And the showcase frames didn't exist yet. Longer than 8 years, I guess. I think it was like 2014. So it's almost 10 years. But I really like what they did with the Tarkir frame. Looks really cool. Looks like cave drawings almost, something like that. Just... extremely cool, and all the art's good. The frame, like, the art style for the actual artwork in the frame, or in the focus of the shot, is really good. And then the frame itself is, like, very cool, very dragony, but also not, like, obnoxious. Just really aesthetically good. Very good choices, I think.
So he's just played a large creature, which is not good. So I believe at this point I will just play Eudora, because I haven't gotten to play Eudora at all yet. Also because it can block the Goreclaw. I think at this point I just have to like start. If I attack here, he just eats whatever creature he wants, which is probably the Protocol Knight. Lets the Order of the Alabaster Host go through. I think I just don't attack. Anything that I block with or that dies in combat just comes back face down as a forest, though. For whatever that's going to be worth, it does at least make anything that I control that dies not completely pointless. Eudora plus the bloated processor, though, lets you kind of like sacrifice other Phyrexians to return as forests, so it lets you kind of like ramp, which is pretty cool. Especially post-combat, because if you get an attack in and then you sacrifice everything into just coming back as untapped forests, that's pretty neat. And he's stuck on only 3 lands, which is, I guess, good for me, bad for him, considering he's spending all this time to just transform. That is not a good sign for them, but also they're not attacking, which means they feel like they're under a lot of pressure, or they are being pressured. So I'm gonna loot with the Oracle. I'm going to discard the Forest, I think, because I'm gonna have a lot more forests coming. I would discard the Atrax's Fall, but I don't really think I need... I don't think I need this many lands when I have the Eudora. And I have a way to semi-break the stalemate now. I will hold the island, because I don't have anything else to do, and I want to be able to discard it if I draw like another good spell and they play something worth casting Atrax's Fall on. Like a battle. Which apparently we just have difficulty beating. So I can trade the Eudora for the Kiln Beast, but they didn't attack with the Kiln Beast, which means that they don't... Which means that they... Oh, they didn't want to die to the double block, because it's Menace. So if I attack, they could trade that off. That's like a big mana gain for me, theoretically. Each transformed permanent. I don't think that counts face down Eudora creatures. I think I'll just wait for the attack so I can do the double block. It's tough. I think I might supposed to be attack. I should be attacking with the Eudora. So they just like block the trade off. Yeah, my go, I know. What do they do? Is that good for me? It's probably the best thing I have going on the board right now. And it makes combat like semi-favorable for me. Yeah, I think they just feel very under pressure by like all the medium-sized creatures I have, and also it's very behind because they're missing land drops. They might also just be missing their second color, because I doubt that they're mono green. You know, just triple block. What are the tricks? +2/+2. So I still have 7 power on it. No clue. Oh, Jesus. Blown up by Cosmic Hunger. Okay, so I should have attacked last turn, especially if I'm not blocking with the Eudora. I think he's trying to figure out... Oh, sure. Take action. Yeah. Does not count as transformed. I do get to loot. This is definitely a you should be attacking a turn before you think you should moment. Oh, he has to attack. He can't attack alone. Weird. Yeah, I think I've just fallen like irrevocably behind. Okay. Play my guy. Then Thornwood falls because I don't think I have another way to loot in the deck. So he Goreclaw attacks. Take 5 from Goreclaw, 8 from the Kiln Beast. Transform Notvold Hermit, attack for 11. I don't think that's good enough. Especially since the Portent Tracker can block. And the Notvold Hermit doesn't have any evasion. So I'll be able to get in for 6 with the Mutagen Connoisseur. But... oh, that's bad. That's not good for me. So now I take 11 plus 5. So that's 16? I can Atraxis Fall the Crystal Ward, or Crystal Carapace. Yeah, I guess just attacking with 10 and leaving the Tower of Calcism back. Can't double block. Thespian. My own Crystal Carapace. What does that do? What does that do? I can put it on here, attack for 2. Kill this Crystal Carapace. It just gets trample. Okay, so I don't actually think I have any removal, but I think I'm supposed to at least cycle it to try and find something that matters. And I didn't find anything, so I guess I play a land and transform and not pay life. Just so I get to see the backside. Would you like to block? Or would you like to go to 1? Because I think you're supposed to just go to 1. It's supposed to be Strixhaven art. I think so. Good game. I will continue. Yeah, I wonder if he blocks and trades the Eudora with the 7/5. This is such a you should be attacking the turn before you think you should moment. Which is fine. Now I can remember. Losing games in bronze. It's that kind of day, I guess. This hand is good because most of the games it seems like I can win are because of Tetsuko. So I will keep and hope for the best. Island Forest, Skyclave Aerialist into Oracle, try and find another land. Attack for 2, Oracle, discard the Hermit, I think. So I think the Knight with a start this aggressive is going to be a little better. Discard, found a land, keep this, especially this with draw. Knight is probably going to be better at pushing in damage, but maybe because I have Tetsuko I don't need it, and the Hermit is just going to be a little better. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that then. I think I'm going to discard that. Combat, attack for 2. Play Island.
So, do I just try and be more mana efficient next turn and play the most expensive card in my hand, even though I can't flip the battle right away? Or, ooh, Invasion of Pyrulio. What does this do? Scry 3, reveal the top card with a land or double face card, draw card. This card's sweet. Backside is like really unexciting, but it's really good for this archetype we're in. Yeah, other transform permanents have Trample and War. Notably, it gives the backside of Fable the Reflection of the Mirror Breaker Ward, which is like not insignificant. I think it's actually really important. Potentially really important. Okay, so here I could go just like double 2-drop into next turn flip the invasion. No, of course not. I can't because I didn't draw a land. Okay, so then obviously I'm gonna go Invasion Spell. And I think here I put it to 1. Next turn I just get to play Tatsuka. Pyruli is so cool. Looking at the little art down here, and also looking at the big art up here. Okay, so we're just gonna play Tatsuko. I don't want to get blown out by Shock that I don't know if it's in the format because I wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna send or the Unsummon. I could get blown out by the Unsummon because there isn't the Unsummon that it's 3 mana, costs 2 less if it targets an attacking creature and somebody else too. So I'm not gonna get blown out by that and not be able to flip my invasion. I will cast this. I will untap all of my guys. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot this makes mana. What are we killing? Oh, it's the flyer. Okay. So, what do we do here? Cadus the Sea Tyrant getting stonewalled by actual everything again. I will probably play this and look for a land, and then I just get to untap all the attackers, so I kind of get to attack with impunity. So Tatsuko's pretty good like that. I'm not going to attack my 3/3 into the 6/5. And, oh, I could play this. I guess this is less good now because I don't have the aerialistic transform. So I think I play this just looking for a land. Not a land. And I can't cast that, so it's not even a very interesting decision when it's not a land. Untap these. I might throw the Oracle of Tragedy under the Borborygmos. The Borborygmos just gets to attack, though, which sucks. And it just has the Titan trigger. Or it gets to do it again. It's draw a card. Okay. Then discard any number of lands. It looks like they didn't play a land the prior turn, so maybe they were banking on just discarding that land anyway and holding it the entire time. Or maybe they just ripped it off the top. They notably chose not to play it and kill the other creature instead. Okay, so now we got a 7-power flyer. I wonder if he's going for the invasion, or if he's going to attack me. No, he's going to attempt to block. Attempt to block my unblockable creatures, which is a choice. Or I guess this is entirely to hold off the Sea Tyrant? But then you're not winning any race, which is just a little strange. So I'll play this, and then do I play Knotfold Hermit or Mutagen Connoisseur? Mutagen Connoisseur is a 1/5, Knotfold Hermit is a 4/4, so I think this decision is easier than I make it sound. Although this can block the Borborygmos. And it doesn't have Trample, which is... I kind of thought it had Trample. But it doesn't. It's weird because it's also red and green, which are
colors that typically get trampled. Okay, so we're discarding 2 lands, so we're killing Tetsuko, which is a good idea for them. But now I get to hopefully rip a land off the top and flip Novel's Hermit and turn a Kraken into a 5/5, which is pretty cool. If I can. Maybe I can draw a good non-creature and try and convoke it with my Katus. They're at 5. This definitely feels like my game to lose. Okay, cool. Here's the Kami synergy. They can target this. It's backup 1? Backup 1. Okay. One more counters will be put on a permanent you control. That many +1 are put on that permanent instead. Okay, so it can target itself. I thought it was like a shared thing. So I can convoke Crystal Carapace onto this. So if I'm, or I could just cast it. Just cast it. I can play Order of the Mirror, convoke with a Kraken, 2 forests, and the Order. Put Crystal Carapace on the other Kraken, attack for 4. And attack with this, and attack with the Thespian, and attack with Katus. Okay, so I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to play the Order. I'm going to pay blue. And then I'm going to cast the Carapace. I'm going to cast. I'm going to target this one. I'm going to pay blue, green. So this way they can't chump it, really. Ooh, do they have shock? Is there a shock in this format? Okay. So now I go to attack, so I attack with everything. I played around the unsummon before and missed a point. Do I play around the unsummon still? How bad is it? Like, I'm already kind of priced into attacking with a token. I still think I just sent everything. Let's put a 4/4 on the 4/4. Chumping is pretty poor. So they put the 4/4 here. They put the 2/1 with Death Touch, I guess, here. They put this here. They go to 1. So maybe I should have put the Crystal Carapace on a creature. Oh no, they take 1 from the Oracle Tragedy still? Okay, so 3/3 on the 3/3, 2/1 on the 4/4, 4/4 on the 4/4. They still, and they take 4. Okay, but they lose their board. Okay, and I still have like a sizable number of creatures while they're at 1. Maybe it was incorrect. So next turn might just be attack with everybody. I gotta see what they do first. Okay, so they pick up the Inga and gain 2 life. Okay, so that's not nothing. Do they attack? They attack, they get to kill a creature? Okay, they get to do the weird bite down thing. Forest. What does Forest get me? Forest gets me Dora? Is that good enough? So they get to attack, kill a creature, kill the 2/1. There's 2 1/1s in play. So I don't think that's gonna do it. Because I want to kill them next turn. If I can. Okay, so they're prioritizing blocking. So
attack, they block the 2/1. Also signals they don't have a land in their hand, so they're all spells because they keep discarding their lands. So if that's the case, I actually think I just play the Eudora here. I can attack with everything. They block, I get a land, and they're at 1. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. As important as the land is at this stage, this is at least, like, I think out of all of the actions I can take, the best. Because now we just have the same number of lethal attackers in play as the previous turn. If anything, it's worse, because now they are all lethal, and because they're at 1 again. And they milled another of the Seed of Hopes. Not that I'm supposed to play around the 1 mana, whatever. Okay, this card's good. So they stun counter the Eudora, try to block. They attack, yep, they kill a guy, they draw a land, kill a guy, flip this, get a blocker. Okay. So now they have a blocker for the Oracle. And the token doesn't come back as land, or whatever that's worth. So now I attack, they bump off of each other. They also both fly. So do I play the Skyline here, or the Mutagen Connoisseur? If I play the Skyline and the Oracle somehow dies, I get to actually flip the Incubate token. And next turn, my turn is lined up that I can play the Connoisseur and flip the Incubate token at the same time. So this might just be better. And I think I decline attacking because it just does nothing. I think if the Oracle dies, I'm supposed to loot. I don't think I'm supposed to do the shuffle. The Incubate token is actually really big. Also, the token gets to potentially block the Borborygmos. If he attacks with the Borborygmos and tries to kill the Oracle, I get to just flip the token, either block the Borborygmos or the Rooftop Saboteurs. If I block the Saboteurs... Okay. Then I get to keep the 5/5. 3 top. Okay, so we're gonna... Okay, so we're just... So they want to draw that card, so it's probably a land. Okay, so they get to kill the Oracle. I guess I'm supposed to loop here, because I might find something better than the Connoisseur. I'll take the action. That's pretty good. I think I'd discard the Connoisseur here. I think so, because it's just a good... I don't think this is going to get big enough, and I think the adaptation is actually better. I'm not going to flip now, because I don't want to block here. I think I'm going to take 7. And just keep attacking with 5 power creatures and make them throw this stuff into the abyss. So I think I take 7. And then I flip. I go to combat. They can't double block because they die, so they have to chump chump. I was gonna say you can't do that. You're gonna die. I say yes, that's fine. And not enough creatures died to draw you cards. I think I hold the forest and the Arachnoid adaptation. And now they're kind of in a bad spot.
don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish tonight. I gotta stop soon. I do want to see if I can make all the fairy masterminds though. I see attacks, no attacks, go to second main. And now I go to my turn. I draw another land. Try to figure out how I lose this game. I think I'm supposed to attack. I think the stalemate favors them because they get to just keep drawing cards they put on top. Just attack with everything. For better or worse. My deck feels a little underpowered compared to some of these mythics. Oh, we're just gonna throw land in? Bummer to lose my Ghidorah, but you know. They threw Wolverignos and their land in, so I don't think they're gonna be able to win the game 3 mana. And they've thrown a lot of lands in the graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 3, 7. In some form or fashion, throwing them in the graveyard. Okay. Okay. Ooh, some gold. Okay. Oh, I got some rares. Alright, so we get a pack. Then I'm probably going to buy another one just so I can finish this rare wild card. Got Invasion of Dominaria. And complete the circuit, which is really cool. That's Quintorius Sparking. And I thought that was cool. I'm actually pretty excited to see him as a Planeswalker. In the Ixalan set in the winter? Because I don't think there's any sets this fall. Packs. We're gonna get one pack for some gold. So the next set is Wilds of Eldraine, I think. After, and well, it's Aftermath, and then Wilds of Eldraine. Oh, cool, we got Brutaclad. And a Mythic. Okay, so now we got that many. Okay. Oh, no wonder. I haven't killed 15 of my opponent's creatures yet? Unreal. See if we can change anything after playing the deck a little bit. Mill 2 cards, put insert sorcery or battle from my graveyard onto my library. If I'm in a 4/4, just go. Maybe Fertilid's Favor is better because we need more things that we can convoke actually with the backside of Segovia. A lot of these things are already. Well, I guess we can convoke the Skyline. And I think convoking this is actually really interesting. Seems kind of mid. Maybe something in here is better. Can have another 1-power creature for our Tetsuko starts, especially on turn 1. Maybe that matters. This might be good. Rebuys the Invasion and Eudora and stuff. It's also weird that Eudora puts creatures that die into play rather than keeping them in the graveyard to rebuy. Very weird. Either way, I think I need a break for the night. I gotta change that card style though. Where's my collection? Oh no, that's not gonna work. I have to go in here, craft. Fuck.
can't turn the card style off. I hate this. Collection. Let's look for Ren. Turn the style off. There we go. Wish I could just toggle all of them off. Anyway, I'm gonna call it there. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for stopping in.